Okay, so we're gonna attempt to fix the leak on this. So what is it? A Wolf 800 watt generator, just a small one. Okay. So what have I done? So well, I couldn't find anything on the internet, so I thought it would definitely be worth recording it. Okay, so what have I done so far to get it to this stage? So same thing, took off. There's 4 screws on each side of these plates, just on the yellow plates. Take them off first. I took out 2 screws from the top here. Peeled this off of here. It sort of clips in there. There is a little clip sitting there that we need to take off. A little clip there. And what else did I take off? I took off this plate that goes over by the exhaust, because that'll stop it from splitting. I may not need to. I could potentially just get behind it. I'll try and show you. I also took off the bit where you get to the spark plug, that plate as well. Okay, let's try and show you where I think the leak is coming from. If I can actually get you some light, that'd be great. Okay, there we go, that should help. Okay, so where I think the leak's coming from is here. This little, because I can see little drips coming from down there or somewhere up here, but it does seem that the drips are coming from there. Let's see if I prime it, if it does it. I'm probably going to flood it now, to be fair. Okay, so it's not doing it now, but as soon as you run it, it'll start leaking. And what we could do is I could actually start it up and let's see if we get a leak. Okay, let's attempt not to give ourselves carbon dioxide poisoning as well. I think we're on choke there. Now just be careful, obviously everything's exposed, so this will burn you and stuff. So it should be on, yep. Are we on choke or on what? Seem to be getting anything. I don't seem to be getting anything straight away like I was getting yesterday. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's dripped from up the top here. So yeah, there we go. Oh, let's see if you can see that moisture. That's fuel. See on the top, that's fuel. That's not it could be a little bit of overspill from here, but let's see if we can show you. Oh, there we go, look underneath. That's fuel. It's petrol. And there we go. Let's see where it came from. So it is coming from somewhere up here. Maybe there's a pipe, this pipe going onto the back there. There's fuel on that pipe up there. So something up at the top here isn't fastened on. Okay, so let's start taking it apart then. Ooh. The problem is it's actually just stinking now, so let's hope I don't get a headache. Okay, so we'll go here first. If you can see that clip there, let's peel that off. You could use a pair of pliers for this, but there we go. So that's that long clip off. If that doesn't keep it together, I just don't know which. I just want enough leverage so that I can get into it. I might need to take off this front plate as well. We'll loosen it off and see what gives. Because it feels like something's keeping it together here, which will be this. absolutely reeks. I'm hoping that it's just a sort of cable tie job. Just lean this forward a bit. There's fuel everywhere, Jay. Okay. That didn't really help much of this. There is two how to describe this, two bolts underneath holding the feet together. What is that? There's a tube here. See that tube? What's that off of? Okay, give me a second. I'm just going to tip this upside down. I'm going to probably lose some fuel when it gets to these bolts. I'll show you them in a sec. Okay, so we're going to go. You'll take off. I'll try and attack this side more. Like I said, there is something there on the base. There's two screws underneath on the base plate. But let's take these off. This is mounting like to the engine cover and stuff. So I'm just hoping this bolt comes out and I can put it back in later. There's just nothing online for these. And I think they're pretty popular little generators. So I thought it was worth trying to fix it at least. And document it, see what happens. Okay, so there. This is a lot harder to get out, so. There's one random screw here, so I can only imagine that's holding this cover on. So, got to remember where all of these things go. Okay, so we know. Yeah, so these two babies at the bottom have to come out. I just want to see which side of the screws. Okay, there we go. Probably you guys might not be able to see this. I'm conscious of damaging that anymore. Can you see there? One screw, and there's an identical screw on the other side. Maybe, maybe not. Let's try and get. Just trying to get you guys some better lighting. Well, anyways, everything is just full of petrol. Well, at least there won't be any dirt on it, or no grease anyway. Okay, so so that's fallen out from somewhere. So I don't know where that's come from, so I need to check that. Yeah, let me take these two bottom ones out, and then, because this video is going to take a while, I can only imagine. So we'll try and keep it shorter. So remember, I just wondered what those two bolts were that fell out. They're from the bottom there. So basically, whilst I was unscrewing those, I just heard the second one drop off. Okay, I'm thinking that I've taken enough bolts out here. This unit might need to come off. Or maybe that just frees it. Yeah, maybe if I take this off, it'll free it just enough to allow me to pull that. Wow, now we've got a lot of screws. Yeah, that did nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just thought that would allow me to take that off of there, but never mind. Okay, so I've got to be careful here because I don't want to start pulling off any other tubes. Let's twist it for you guys so you guys can see where I am. Conscious about scratching this in the front. Yeah, that's a little bit warm even from that little bit of idling. So I'm thinking it's going to come off more from that side. Okay, so is that, looks like this tube has perished and come off of there. Or am I just going crazy? It looks like that's come off of there. Potentially. See that? It looks like it went on that. I don't even know where you'd get spare parts for this. Not even a thing. Seriously. This is irritating. I think this thing literally might be dead in the water. Unless I can try and... I'm going to try and get a screwdriver and try and get that off. I'll let you know. Okay, so I was unsuccessful trying to pull that bung out of that fuel tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put I've shoved this tube back in, and I'm just going to put silicone sealant around it. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start it, see if anything leaks from there. Just make sure. Well, let's be honest, it's going to be from there, right? Because it's, yeah, broken off. So I'm going to silicone seal, but put some silicone on that, seal that back up, and then hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, we're literally just going to glue this in. I'm going to use like your super glue type. It's meant to be a gel, so it could be, yeah, a piece of rubbish or not. We will find out now. And maybe try from get the bottom, and then I'll work my way up to the top. Let's get a little bit of the glue on. Okay, here we go. So we got that out. Whoops, hello, we're getting the drips. Drip, drip. Just how we like it. Okay. Just get around that edge. Yeah, I've put quite a lot. I can't stand these glues though, because as soon as you, like, once you use them, they're just pointless afterwards. They just dry up and you can't use them again. It's such a waste. Okay, so we're getting a bit of leakage, but we will wait. We'll wait for that to dry. Yeah, so I'm going to clean up a little bit of that seepage in there. We can have a look at this. Okay, so there we go. We're all glued up. And what I need to do though is, I don't really want to, but I want to bolt it back up, secure it a bit more, and then start it up again. But obviously I'm going to leave it, I'm still going to give it another 30 minutes to properly cure. But like I say, I have to really put it back together to try and start it, because when I'm trying to pull the rope, it's just way too loose. So I'm going to put most of the base together, and then I'll, you know, if it leaks again, then I'll have to go back and revisit and put some more glue. But yeah, it looks okay. And yeah, let me put it back together, and then I'll tell you the verdict when it's all done. Okay, so the glue is dried. Let me try and show you in there. Let's put that back panel on, as you can see up on the top. Just up there, all the glue's dried around it. I'm going to start it and see if it leaks. Okay. Yep, no leak. Perfect. It would start leaking pretty much straight away. We would know what was happening. That part right up at the top there, it snapped off. So yeah, there we go, glued on. That's just residue residue of glue that's glistening, but yeah, we're pretty cool. So we're all good. There's your fix. A little bit of glue, not too expensive. And it's for one of these. Because I was thinking, well, I was going through a ton of fuel, and yeah, there's your patch. But yeah, all fixed now, nice and cheap.